Puerto Rico is, or Puerto Ricans are a mix of three races. We have the indigenous, the Tainos, which were like the first people to arrive to the islands, and they go back, I think, to South America from Venezuela, and they reached these islands and slowly started populating these islands, and their diet was based on root vegetables and fish, and I don't know, they were lean and thin. Yeah. They were not, because they didn't consume, and they were not built like, I don't know, big people, because of island and how it is. And then, I don't know if that makes sense, but anyways, then the Spanish came in, and they brought in a lot of diseases and stuff, and they got mixed in with the Tainos, and a lot of the Tainos were killed off, and then they brought in slaves to work the lands, because, well, the Tainos were really like sick, and there weren't that many, so they brought in slaves from Africa, from the east coast of Africa, to Puerto Rico, and in Puerto Rico, where you would find the most darker skinned or people from more African heritage will be people from the coast of the island, and that's where a lot of the sugarcane industry was worked on. So most of the coast was sugarcane, and then if you go in the mountains, that's where you would get coffee and more Spanish and like whiter looking people. Mm-hmm. And that's why, so it's kind of diverse. Some people have very different features, and they're all Puerto Ricans, so you can find a Puerto Rican who has never left the island, who is very, very white looking, kind of like you, and have like blonde hair and blue eyes, and it's Puerto Rican and doesn't know English. And it's like, how did that happen? And then you can have somebody from, I don't know, another town that has very thick black hair and straight hair. Like my brother has very thick, like Asian type hair, like thick and dark. And it's like, how did that happen? And mine is, well, right now it's not, but sometimes like it's wavy and very thin. Mm-hmm. So that's because of those three races. Mm-hmm. So the African and the Tainos and the Spanish. I don't know what the traditional features of Spanish are, but it's just like a lot of mix. Yeah, that goes back to that. And then